So the last time I was home visiting my parents, I was hanging around in the kitchen with my mom, and she said, "I just made some fish. Would you like some fish?" And I said, "No thanks, Mom, I don't like fish." And she said, "You don't like fish?" And I said, "No, Mom, I don't like fish." And she said, "This is tuna fish." And I said, "I know, Mom, but I don't like fish." And she said, "I mixed some chopped celery in there so it has a little crunch to it." And I said, "No thanks, Mom, I don't like fish." And she said, "You know, fish is really healthy." And I said, "I know, Mom, but I don't like it." And she said, "All the healthiest people eat fish." And I said, "I know, Mom." And she said, "In fact, I think the healthiest people eat more fish than they do beef or chicken." And I said, "I know, Mom, but I don't like fish." And she said, "I'm not saying that people should just eat fish, fish, fish all the time, because if you overdo it, you can get too much mercury." And I said, "I know, Mom, but I don't really worry about that because I don't eat fish." And she said, "But getting high mercury levels is really rare. In general, all the healthiest cultures in the world eat a lot of fish." And I said, "I know, Mom." And she said, "Have you ever been tested for mercury?" And I said, "I haven't been worrying about it, Mom, because I don't eat fish." She said, "Mercury isn't only in fish." And I said, "Yes, I know, Mom, but people mostly get it from fish, so I'm not really worried about it because I don't eat fish." And she said, "No fish at all?" And I said, "No, Mom." "Not even tuna fish?" "No, Mom." "Have you ever tried it with chopped celery?" "No, Mom." And she said, "How would you know you wouldn't like it if you haven't tried it?" And I said, "Mom, I really don't like fish." She said, "Just try it." So I did. And she said, "Did you like it?" And I said, "Not really, Mom, I don't like fish." She said, "Maybe it's the tuna. Have you tried salmon?" "No, Mom." She said, "All right, you probably shouldn't have too much to eat right now anyway, because we're going to go to the restaurant in a little while." And I said, "Okay, Mom, I'll be ready." And she said, "Are you just wearing that?" And I said, "Yes, Mom, it's not that cold outside." She said, "You might want to bring a sweater." And I said, "I don't really think I need one, Mom." She said, "I'm going to bring one. You may want to bring one too." And I said, "I've already been outside today, Mom, and it's not that cold." And she said, all right. It might get colder later and you'll be freezing, but do what you want." So anyway, we went to the restaurant, but it was full and we couldn't get a table. We were trying to figure out where to go next, and my mom suggested a seafood restaurant.